Hi Capricorn, welcome to Magpie Moonchild. This is your general monthly tarot reading for the month of May. All the housekeeping is down below. Let's see what we've got for you this month. I'm going to break it down into 4 parts of the month and then the overall energy. So for the first week of May, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is very much about family, very much about legacy, very much about loyalty. With those dogs, it's screaming loyalty to me. It's about who your nuclear is, who your nuclear family is. And that doesn't have to be biological. Equally, this is about legacy. This is about looking down your family tree and up your family tree in order to get a sense of legacies and ancestral history, energies within the lineage. And seeing if there is a way to break maybe toxic patterns, toxic ancestral patterns, in order to make it the future going forward. From this point, breaking cycles so that you can thrive on the lineage down the line. So through your children or your grandchildren or great-grandchildren. Making sure toxic patterns stop with you, basically. Looking at behaviours. And basically an overall assessment of the family in order to make adjustments in order for it to be this situation where everybody's thriving, everybody's loyal, everybody's happy. And family really does feel like home. It kind of feels like you're assessing the family tree and looking up and down and back and forward and yeah, seeing where adjustments can be made. Let's see what we got for the second week of May. Second week of May, we have the 8 of Cups. And to be honest, with that assessment of the family tree, I'm going to try and move the cards so you can see them here. It's when you have the assessment of the family tree with that 10 of Pentacles, the legacy, the family lineage. It may well mean, oh, that's annoying. It may well mean that you walk away from something that doesn't emotionally serve anymore. It may mean cutting out toxic people within the family unit that are causing issues. It's about making sure that it's a healthy emotional environment. Because happy emotions, more positive emotions, that there's somebody around you that is taking what they want, and it's not working out. It's not reciprocal. There's not an energy coming back the other way. They seem to be taking more than giving, and it's not serving your mental health, your emotional health, and as a result, I think that's taking a toll on your physical health. And within the family at large, do you know what I mean? The larger, outer, wider picture, there's somebody that there's an issue that needs to be dealt with or changed behaviour or walked away from. It's about setting boundaries, what you are and are not willing to accept in people's behaviours. In people's behaviours. Yeah, it's very much delving into the emotions and assessing whether a relationship can even be saved is really what I'm getting. Yeah, it's really it's not an easy choice to walk away. It's kind of like you get to that point where you think, I just can't anymore, I can't give anymore, this isn't working, I need to walk away, this isn't serving anybody, either of us. Nobody's benefiting in this situation overall. The third week of May, you have Temperance coming in. This could be to do with a Sagittarius. It's a Sagittarius card. However, it's about maybe someone's having a cocktail party, who knows. But it's about alchemy. It's about mixing 2 things together, blending 2 extremes together in order to make a happy middle road and something that's more productive going forward, where everybody benefits from. So those people that you have got, you're now finding new balance with them. You're finding out how you all work together, how you navigate the path forward together in a healing way. There's healing that needs to be done, and Temperance is about healing. But you're doing that together. It comes after a major change where things end and fall away that no longer serve, and you have a new way forward, because it follows the death card. So death is the ending of one cycle and the beginning going into the next, and that is painful, and that's why you need the Temperance afterwards in order to heal, to find a new path forward, to bring all these elements that you maybe didn't have before, or different ingredients, or the same ingredients with other ones missing, eliminated, or a combination of both those scenarios. But it's taking everything you have now in order to find a way forward that's going to benefit everybody involved. The middle path. It's also the difference between settling for a situation and compromise. somebody was settling for something, somebody was taking advantage, someone was settling that they were allowing them to do that, when really what was needed was compromise on both parts. So getting the balance back to move forward together, or you've eliminated them and you're finding a new way forward without them. It's about balancing all those energies. Let's see what we've got for the final part of May. What we've got for the final part of May, you have the Nine of Swords. There's going to be anxiety at the end of the month, I'm not going to lie. A lot of up at night. Obviously, this is major arcana with the Temperance, finding this new way forward. Making decisions and following a new path that you've not really tread before, or experiencing a path without people that were fundamental in your day-to-day life, or in your life in general. That brings about a certain amount of anxiety. I mean, like I said, death is the end of an old cycle and the movement forward. Temperance is that road to recovery on the after that, finding a new way of adapting to this change. And that brings about, that change brings about a lot of anxiety, which is natural to feel. Don't be scared of anxiety. It shows you that something that you're feeling, that there is a change, and that needs to be learned, adapt to a new way of learning, basically. Obviously, if the anxiety gets too consuming, absolutely go and get some support for that. Counselling. I would recommend counselling anyway, if that is you walking away from somebody that is fundamental in your life. It could be a child, it could be a partner, it could be a parent, it could be a friend. Whatever that is, whatever the situation is that you're walking away from, there's going to be an element of anxiety about it. I'm not going to lie, I'm telling you that there's anxiety coming up at the end of the month. So maybe look at tools you can use to work with that. I recommend meditation, counselling to process those feelings, or at least talking to a friend, having a safe space to talk those emotions through. But yeah, there's going to be anxiety towards the end of the month. And this is the kind that keeps you up at night. A lot of thinking late at night, like you'll go to bed early with the intention of going to sleep, but then you kind of sit there thinking about it, and before you know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, oh my God, I'm only going to get 5 hours sleep before I go to bed, before I get up again. So yeah, it's about finding a way to organise those thoughts and make them productive, rather than sat there going around making up worst case scenarios. And meditation is really good because it brings you back to the moment. You don't focus on the past, and you also don't focus on 101 different future scenarios that haven't happened yet. And probably never will, actually. But yeah. You need to find a healthy way to do it. I would really recommend meditation. Let's see what the overall energy for the month of May for you is. You have the Sun. This is freedom, liberation, joy. With that 10 of Cups. There's also the 4 of Cups on the bottom, which is healing. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to lie, but overall, I think it'll be a more positive month. You will feel unburdened from these past toxic behaviours that have been going on. It allows you to heal. Because those toxic behaviours them happening to you has done a certain amount of damage, and that's what you have to unpack and heal. There's 3 swords there. That is going to be an element of heartbreak to it, but you have the 4th sword there, which is also communication and epiphanies and realizations and clarity. That yes, it brings grief with this change, and yes, there's anxiety attached to it, but the clarity, the knowing you made the right decision, the freedom from no longer allowing that person to damage you anymore, to take chunks out of you, to take, you will replenish your energy, and eventually you will get to this place with the Sun where you are feeling free and happy. Yes, it's always sad when somebody has to leave your life, but it's damaging. They may well change their behaviour and come back, and everything can go back to balance, and everything can go back, and there's a compromise, like they will change their behaviour, moderate their behaviour. There is that possibility, but that's their decision to change their behaviour. You cannot make them change their behaviour. So for now, you have to focus on you and enjoy moments, and find the sunshine, find the happiness, find the light moments to counteract the dark, which that anxiety brings. Instead of going, I haven't got this person in my life, I've lost this person, go, I have all these amazing people in my life that do not take from me, that are not toxic, that are not destructive, that are not taking chunks out of me. It's about focusing on what those people that you do have, the ones that are that do love you, because you have to remember, if somebody's saying that they love you and then saying, well, I'll only love you if you do X, Y, Z, or they only love you because you're doing something for them. That's not love. If there are conditions, it's not love. Love is unconditional. So if they're putting conditions on their affection and their attention and their consideration, then that's not love. That's conditional. So maybe you need reminding of that. The difference between unconditional love and manipulation, because promising to an affection, like a positive affection on someone, to get a behavior out of them, is manipulation. Whether it's positive or negative emotions, you are using that to manipulate someone. And also that there is a difference between settling and compromise. So yeah, that's kind of the takeaways from that. And to focus on the joy. When we focus on the positive, we find ways to heal. And yeah, make sure you give yourself time to process these thoughts that are going to keep you up all night. Setting boundaries is going to be a new thing with this person. If they kick off negatively, that boundary, however they react, if they react to that boundary, there is a reason that boundary is there. Because if they kick off about it and they resist against the boundary, it just shows that they were overstepping your energy. They had no respect for that. And the fact that you called them up on it has upset them. And the positive reaction to that boundary is, oh my God, I didn't know I was doing that. I am so sorry. And they change their behavior. Don't forget, an apology without changed behavior is also manipulation. They may say sorry because they think that's what you want to hear, enough to shut you up, enough to set things back to the status quo, and then go back down the same behaviors again. In which case you just go, no, you've overstepped again, and I'm not giving you a second chance. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect your happiness. You have to stop them damaging you, because they are toxic in your life the way they are at the moment. I hope that is of some use to you, Capricorn. Hopefully I will see you again in the weeklies. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.